Hello everybody and welcome to RFL Tier 2. We're in Season 4. This is Round 9 at Austria. And, well, today I'm joined by R8.
Hello everyone, and yes, we are here at the Red Bull Ring, and well, this is probably the shortest track you'll ever see in the F1 calendar. So yeah, this should be, even though it's a short circuit, it should be producing some interesting, interesting action as well.
For sure. And, I'm just going to quickly load up the championship standings. I'm assuming BMG Lewis is still very much in the lead of this championship after the last race in France. So I'm just going to quickly bring that up now. So we can refer to that throughout the stream. So, and there's... Right, so yeah, BMG Lewis still leads ahead of Beast Tornadoes. He's only done 4 races and he's got a podium in each of them. In the last 3 races, he's had first, and third, so he is very much in form at the moment. There are 39 points, though, between BMG Lewis and Beast Tornadoes in second place. So we're not going to see a championship lead change this time out, but we could definitely see that gap go down if Beast Tornadoes has a better race than last time out in France.
Yeah, Beast. Well, I'm pretty sure did he have the best race last time? I don't remember.
He was okay. So we had some stewards in Quest and Advanced Fish, who made his debut in France. He picked up along with oh, actually no, he was the only driver I think who debuted in France. Yeah, he was. He picked up 4 penalty points, so he's quite close to a quali ban, but hasn't quite got one yet for 2 instances with Beast Tornadoes, and one of them was a spin, so that sort of ruined Beast's race. And I think gave Fish damage as well. But is that Forpsy who's just run? Yeah, it was Forpsy just running off the track there in a Mercedes, going through turn 5. That's a little bit less ideal. We have a yellow flag out on track somewhere. Not sure who's that's for. But we have Axkov in the lobby, so that's good.
Oh, haven't seen him in a while actually.
No, where is he in? Is he even on the champion? Yeah, he's in the championship. So he's done 1 race this season. He hasn't raced in the last 3 races. He hasn't attended. So, yes, this is his first race in 3 rounds. So it's good to have him back. In his 1 race, he got a P3, and that was at Spain. So, technically, he'll be trying to get 2 podiums in a row.
Yep. Well, obviously he was, I believe, the Tier 2 champion 2 seasons back, I want to say. So.
Yes.
And so, well, he obviously he has, I guess, more time to do other things instead of playing the Formula 1 game. So, yeah, obviously, I guess sometimes life gets in the way. But yeah, well, glad to see him back and racing once again. So let's see if he can go back to his winning ways. I should say.
Yep. Yeah, of course he'll be hoping to do that as well. There's a little bit of there's a bit of variation on tyres. About Forpsy goes P1 in the Mercedes. Of course, it wasn't great lap. 107, yeah, not ideal. Advanced Fish then in the McLaren goes very good lap there. 104.9. Labour at Devon crosses line. Only manages a 105.4. So that's 6 tenths Advanced Fish has there. I'll keep on board with Axkov since we've sort of inadvertently watched half of his lap so far. Very short laps, easy to do. He's now rounding the nearly the penultimate corner and only just entering sector 3. So we'll see where this lap's going to put the Williams driver. As he crosses the line in a moment. Penultimate corner running out a little bit wide, not ideal. It's a bit conservative into the final corner as well, but nonetheless he crosses line and it's probably one of the slowest laps at least. Oh no, it was invalidated. Okay. So yeah, no lap time yet for Axkov. Rampage, he's on a lap as well. In the Mercedes on those soft tyres. So I think most of the guys are going to end up setting laps on the soft tyres because it's low wear here, and unless you're really going for the alternate strategy, not much point either, so not really going to be surprising.
Yeah, a lot of them going out on hard, so I think, I don't know, giving themselves some banker, I guess, and Beast Tornadoes and Dongarang playing the slipstream game, I believe, so looks like they're gonna be practicing that for quite a bit.
Yes.
As advanced fish, provisional pole at the moment.
Yep, good lap from himself. I think he'll be obviously very happy with that. He was oh, Salvador Dustin, good lap from himself. The Renault driver putting in a really good lap there, puts himself 7/100ths of a second clear of the McLaren driver of Josh slash Advanced Fish, whatever he's calling himself at the moment. He said he was going to get his game tag changed, hasn't quite done that yet. But Rampage currently 1 second off the pace, not quite the slowest of the soft runners, but not too bad for himself so far. Who is on a hot lap? I think Tom is on a hot lap, so if we hop on board with him, he's on the medium tyres, so not going to be a great lap. Hopefully he'll be good enough to put him near where Rampage is, or near Doggerang. I think that's what we'll be looking for. Oh, Label Red Devil, that's a good lap. 104.7. Good lap for the Haas driver.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get. Has Paul left the session? I think I see.
I'm not sure if I didn't see that, but he could well have. So yeah, check that.
Yeah, I'll try to get him.
Very cool. Right, so we'll carry on looking. So Tom actually ends up going P7, so just behind Doggerang. 1.5 seconds off the pace of Label Red Devil. That's a really good lap from Label. I think S. Perez is on a lap on the hard, so we'll hop on board with him. Yeah, he is midway through. No, he's not actually. I think he's cut turn 1 or something there, because he's currently not using any RS. And I think, yeah, this is the only guy really on a lap. But Artie, on those hard tyres, I want to find someone who is sort of still circulating but on softer tyres, which no one is at the moment. Forpsy's on an outlap, so good thing about this track, very short. You can nearly do it in under a minute. Very close, but not quite. Maybe in a couple more iterations of F1 cars, maybe, but not for now. But that is one of the
Adam Lee.
Wow, that's good luck from Adam Lee. Actually, where's Adam Lee? Oh no, he's down there.
Has he left then? Because
I don't know.
Again,
I just saw Advanced Fish's time and thought that was Adam Lee. Whoops.
Because
I'm not sure
I've
what's
seen him
happened
left.
Oh, and Joel's has just been disqualified. I think it was. Joel's,
never mind.
Joel's was just disqualified. I think he was blocking the pit exit. So Joel's is going to be starting at the back. Okay. That really is some news. I think we've gone on board with some of the top guys at the moment, the top 3. So Fish, Drift King. We'll have a look at Fish, I think, because he's in the McLaren's on that lap, who is close to the end of a lap. Drift King Pro is, so we'll stick on board with Drift King Pro as he comes through the second sector, finishes it now, and will be starting this lap. So, coming through the final corner, early on the throttle, don't want to run out too wide because there's potential for your lap to be invalidated, and that is definitely not ideal. Now, didn't stay in 7th gear, fair enough, up to 8th gear, and now try to take as much of a curb as you can get away without it pushing you out too wide of Drifting Pro. The Alfa Romeo driver does a good job of it there. So now coming into turn 2/turn 3, it's debatable whether that slight left-hander is a corner or not. I'd personally go with not, but some people do argue that it is a corner, or at least the FIA will certainly argue that it's a corner. However, I'm, definitely not on the fence with that. It's not a corner. So we'll calling it turn 3 out of instinct, but it's really turn 2. So now going through turn 5, the Alfa Romeo driver. Currently, where is he in the championship? I'm going to have to check that one, because he was P2 for a while, but he missed a couple of races and had a couple of poor races, so I'm going to have to check that, because he was P2, so he's now moved down into P6. He missed 4 races this season, so he's missed half the races, actually, so that's really not helping his championship contention at all. But he doesn't actually gain much there. Advanced Fish finishing off his lap, he's half a tenth down through sector 2, crosses the line and slightly improves by half a tenth of a second. So McLaren driver sticking P4 at the moment. Salvador Dustin is on the lap, he's a tenth down in sector 1, so I think we'll go off board for that one, and Beast Tornado's not having a good job for it at all. Labour Red Devil through Sector 1, only 100th of a second down. So let's see what his Sector 2 split is going to be like, coming through Turn 4 and Turn 5. And then also the exit Turn 6 as well, really vital to get that right.
Yeah. Well, I think Dustin getting a bit of toe down the straight, but I think he's being hampered a little bit. Just on the corners.
Yeah, it's still 1.5 tenths down, so yeah. Not quite getting
On the
enough.
penultimate corner, and then the final corner. Yeah, this is where he's going to get compromised the most, I think. Across the line, is he going to improve then? No, he doesn't. Misses out.
Neither improve.
Yeah, so... Yeah, the slipstream can be powerful, but ooh, advanced fish. Provisional pole, 400ths of a second quicker. Wow, good lap from the McLaren.
Yeah, that's sort of come out of nowhere. That's his second lap on those tyres as well.
Yeah, good.
He did a lap before. I think he's had a bit of a cool down and gone for it again. And that's a really good lap for Fish. So see what? Yeah, 104.6. He's definitely gonna be happy with that. In practice, he was only managing 104.9s. He said he could go better, and he's sure as hell proven that now. So he'll be well chuffed for that one. Only his second race in this league. So again, to be on pole at the moment by half a tenth ahead of some really quick guys, he'll be. Yeah, I don't want to repeat myself, but yeah, again, he'll be really chuffed with that.
Yep,
he's qualified in qualifying in France.
Oh yeah, that was something else. But
just stopped on the side of the track.
Yeah, but BMG Lewis yet to set a representative time, so he's one of the guys that didn't have a great qualifying in France, but he came through and somehow went on to finish the race in style. But Tom Gorian coming around the final corner, is he gonna set the lap? Yes, he is. Puts himself up into P8 and 5/10 behind pole sitter.
And also 5 tenths behind his teammate as well, so he won't be happy with that at all. Because those two have been fairly close this season. I think someone just jumped up a bit. That might be Beast. No, it wasn't. Who's just Adam Lee jumped up a bit. He's up into P5 and is now out of fuel. So he's brilliantly timed ending that lap. So.
Oh, that's gonna be a long crawl.
That's pretty much optimum lap. Yeah, it is. Without any fuel, this lap can easily take about 2 minutes. In fact, I'm surprised he retired. He's on the race line now at the moment. That's not. Yeah, to do a whole lap as well. And there's a couple of really tight corners where you can't really get offline.
Yeah, but
so,
I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, he should be. As long as you're a bit clever with it, you'll be able to, for example, straights like this, you can stick to the right and you'll be fine. As and track's not too busy at the moment. Most guys are in the pits. So yeah, I think we'll be fine. Axkov, he's on a hot lap at the moment on the soft tyres. There's Adam on the right hand side, and of course obviously getting out of the way, but that's really as quick as he can go.
Yep, X curve.
Yep, Axkov coming through now turn 5. A couple of guys have been complaining about not being able to see through turn 5 in tier 1, so I'm not quite sure where that's come from. I don't think there's many visibility issues. That might just come from running a bit high gamma. Say, but yeah, there's been a couple of complaints about that. But Axkov, this is a really neat lap so far. That car looks really stable through these fast corners, and this is going to definitely improve. Yes, it does. He goes up into P5, so he's only done 1 race this season, now up into P5, so maybe he will be able to get that second podium out of 2 races.
Yeah, good stuff from the Williams driver, and a couple of people coming in for their final preparations. 4-minute mark now, so I think
yeah, set you back. Right, okay, so he's just having a couple of issues with the mic at the moment. I definitely have sympathy for that, so as that's what I had last week. So Advanced Fish, our current pole sitter, starting another lap now. Winding up through the gears, got the DRS all the way up, DRS as well. Up into 8th gear and heavy on the brake. Short, sharp braking into turn 1. Take as much of the curve as possible early on the throttle as well. Then DRS as soon as you get past the line. Good. Very good so far. Neat through turn 1. However, I think it was a little bit slow, but he's still half a tenth up at the moment. So this could be a really good lap for Advanced Fish. This is one of the tracks he definitely prefers, and he has got some pretty good pace here as well. So I'm sure he'll... I'm sure he won't actually be too surprised to be this high up. But through turn 4, a little bit of a lock up on the front right. Not too much of an issue. Still very much got turned in for the apex, and now again wide on the exit. Maybe no, he's kept that really well actually. Very wide on the exit there, but I think he should get away with validating there because we've seen quite a few guys running out that wide, and I've done it myself. I think you can get away with it on this game. Wide through final corner as well. You don't really actually gain time from doing any of that. He might have got lap invalidated somewhere here. Yes, I think he did. Yeah, yep. He was 10th up in the end. Yeah, so he didn't get his lap invalidated, unfortunately, for himself. But now Label currently sits 2nd place on the grid. He is about to be starting his... this will be his final lap, definitely, unless he has enough fuel to maybe go for another one, which I highly doubt, to do 2 laps in a row. But Label, I'll let you do this lap.
Alright, so Label coming across the line, and he's going to be starting a lap and heading into turn 1, shifting down to 4th, get on the power early, right the curves, and he's going to get a decent tow. Well, not really a strong one, but still not bad. Heading into turn 2, I want to call it, braking 100-meter board, shifting down to 2nd, get on the power as early as you dare, DRS wide open for preparation for turn 4 now. So that was actually turn 3, 100-meter board. Right the curves a little bit, get on the power, then prepare yourself for the long turn 5. Try to hold it in there, get on the power, and well, he has a bit of dirty air ahead of him, so he's gonna get hampered a little bit by that. But he's gonna carry on, soldier on the final 2 corners. Get as close to the curve as you can. Try not to extend that part, you might invalidate it. And again, going very wide across the line. Goes Label, where is it going to be? It's not fast enough to beat Advanced Fish.
No, and Fish DNFs or retires from the session. That was him actually, I think, on the right hand side there. Potentially a bit of a mistake through turn 1 that time round. I think starting another lap maybe. Unless that was Paul actually. No, it was not.
Beast is 400s up on his first sector, so might keep an eye on him. Yeah, so 400s is the... well, actually, he needs more than 400s. Label needs 400s to beat Advanced Fish, so we'll see where he can progress. But Beast, coming around turn 5, let's see this Delta split.
Oh, he's a 10th and a half up.
Oh yeah,
here we go.
Ooh, goes very wide.
If that's invalidated his lap, that might have invalidated his lap. He still looks to be attacking at the moment. Let's see. Yes, he's still very much attacking. So I think he's got away with that one, which probably means he's lost. That's really wide at last corner though. He might not have got away with that one. He crossed the line and does take pole position.
Wow.
By
almost 2 tenths.
Yeah, almost 2 tenths of a second. So he did gain by running wide out of his final corner, so that would be a little bit controversial, but I'm sure he'll get away with that one.
Label looks like he's on another flying lap, so, well, he's 400s down. But he looks...
Dustin's going slow as well. Rampage goes up into P5, that's a really good lap for Rampage.
Oh yeah, but wow. P8, well, Drift King Pro is having a bit of traffic negotiating between a Ferrari and a Pole, so yeah, that's not going to help his lap at all. BMG Lewis coming across the line. Where is he going to put his Alfa Romeo? P4, 2 tenths down on Beast Tornadoes, who goes to pole. So, okay, wait, actually, did we mention that already? Yeah, we did. I don't know why I was so surprised about that.
P3 as well, yeah. A couple minutes late, it's fine.
Yeah,
so Label crosses the line. Last drive on flying lap does improve. 3.5 tenths down in the end. So just wait for SP. Oh, that's a nasty crash with his teammate. Perez, we're just waiting for now to retire. Hopefully he'll get that done relatively quickly. Have a look around the grid. So yeah, there we go.
Right. So these Tornadoes takes pole.
Yeah. So yeah, this was actually moderately surprising, to be honest. But then also not. I had him first in my predictions at the moment, so I've put him there for the last 2 races. And I stick by it, and he's certainly starting off well as well. And Advanced Fish, must be said, 2nd race of the season for himself.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
P2, good for himself. Yeah, Sounds like Dustin, P3, BMG Lewis, P4, Labour Red Devil, P5, Rampage in 6th, Axcov in 7th place and only his 2nd race of the season, Adam Lee, P8, Drift King Pro, P9, Scott, P10, Tom Gorian, 11th, Paul 12th, Dongarang, 13th, S. Perez, 14th, 15th was Alfarati, and then Joel's was 17th after being disqualified, and I'm not sure who was 16th.
Yeah, we'll find out soon.
Oh, it will be Forpsy.
Yeah.
And Forpsy in a Mercedes in P16.
Yep, Alright.
Everyone on the softs in the top 10, so not much strategy coming into play this week, of course. However, there is an option to go onto the hard or the medium tyres for that 2nd stint. So, again, I say no strategy, but there is a real choice to be made for these drivers, and I don't think one's necessarily quicker.
Yeah, so...
One's certainly a lot less risk, though, so I think, yeah, it depends what you want to go for.
Yeah, the mediums, I guess they are more prone to punctures, you would say. Even though I wouldn't think that tire wear is very high here. And though...
no, not really.
Yeah, so... I guess they'll be safe in a way, but they're gonna be running like you said, huge risk compared to the hards if they run the mediums. But yeah, Tom going for the alternate strategy as well as Paul, Dongarang, Alpha RT, Joes. So, well, actually, Joes is stuck on the grid, so I don't know what's that about.
Yeah, he might make contact at turn 1. Oh, Forpsy's left
C.
session, so yeah, try to get him. I don't actually have him as friend. That's slightly awkward. If you could try to get him added back, so as to not interrupt the stream too much. So yeah, Joel's starting at the back with cold tyres as well. That's certainly not the best way to start your race, but he's going to have to deal with it. So top 10, of course, all on the soft tyres after qualifying on them as well. BMG Lewis, what's he doing back there? I think actually the front guys have sort of left the field behind here, quite a bit of it. It's not really much of a train at the moment. More accurately, a couple of trains put together. For example, BMG Lewis 10.5 seconds behind Dustin in P3, nearly at the back of the grid. I see BMG Lewis does quite a lot, falling out of position. A couple of guys do have issue with it, and actually I think in the RFL rules that is something that is saying that you can get penalised for if anyone reports it. So we'll have to see. I think there are rules about staying in position, so yes, you never know. But Beast Tornadoes and Fish and Dustin.
I can't invite Torpsy to the game.
Yeah, I can't either then. That's brutal. I'll try it quick. Unless we have. I think I have him as a friend actually. I'm going to have to check. I'll try to get it done as quickly as possible before the grid lines up. Elemento P, I have way too many friends on it. I do have him as a friend, right, I'll send him an invite. Okay, there we go. Right, so, and we are about to be ready to start this race. We have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are go here in Austria. Beast Tornado is getting a really good start. Advanced Fish, definitely not. He is not advancing on the grid so far. He's down to P4, but now he's always been squeezed to turn 1. He's gone sideways.
Yep, so
that is disaster early on. That's BMG Lewis just not leaving him quite the space he'll want there, and that is another recovery drive needed for Advanced Fish now after last week in France as well. But Beast Tornado is releasing that. Looks like there's drama going on further back.
Yeah, Scott's around.
Yeah.
Well, half spun actually, so that's not good for
Oh, and
him.
Tom and Joel's, I think that was. Tom's just chucked Joel's into the grass.
Rampage is around.
Rampage is around as well. Yeah, okay, he's back facing the right way. There's a chaotic start to the Austrian Grand Prix. But Beast Tornado still leads. Dustin P2 up now, and BMG Lewis up to P3. But there'll definitely be some debate there on whether he left enough room for Advanced Fish, as he was definitely well alongside.
Yeah, I wonder if Advanced Fish has any damage. I think. Tom being very aggressive there with Advanced Fish.
That's again.
Believe.
Tom doing that again. He did that all in France as well. And Fish was, I talked to him after the race, he was incredibly frustrated with Tom, and Tom was equally frustrated with Fish, because Fish was on a different strategy, and they were both getting rather annoyed at each other, and I think that's a little bit more, that's a bit of repercussion from last week, so that's probably going to be going to the stewards, I'm going to say, but Tom coming off worse, getting wing damage, and having to pit now.
Well, Fish.
I think Tom was trying to hold the inside line because he was going to pit. I think that's what happened there. But Fish was already on the inside.
Yeah, Fish. If it wasn't for that incident, he wouldn't have got damage anyway. So, in doing that, Tom is probably gonna expect a penalty from that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna check Fish's front wing. I'm not sure if that front left end plate's still there.
Yeah, it's gone.
I'm gonna try to get. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's still there. No, it's definitely not. So that I think was actually damage from that incident as well. So yeah, stewards might be busy this race. It's only lap 3, and we've already got quite a few incidents. BMG Lewis potentially going to be getting a penalty, and Tom as well. But also we saw a couple of guys spinning. So again, there could be more penalties. Very, very eventful start to this race. Incidents galore. And,
Perez and RT.
We've got NS Perez and RT.
Scott, very opportunistic. I think RT was trying to let Perez go, but in doing that, he's allowed Scott to absolutely send one into turn 2. So that was very opportunistic from the Rebel, and he's up into P11, splitting the 2 racing points.
Forbesy wants me to send another invite, so I'm going to quickly check that his way. Hasn't really dropped down any places, of course, after starting down on the grid. So I've sent him another invite, so hopefully he'll be able to get in and at least complete a bit of this race. AMS Joels, he's started at the back, and he's made up 3 places so far, but that's because these two, oh god, Fish and Tom Gorian are on track next to each other again.
Yeah, Fish.
So I think Fish can go to the end on these tyres, you know. I think he'll be able to, I think he can.
Wow.
It's a low deck track. You can definitely do at least 25, at least. So that's just a number I'm pulling out my head, but you can definitely do that.
Yeah.
We never know. We'll have to see.
Strategy-wise, Tom is obviously going to have to pit again compared to Fish.
So now we have the reverse strategy, or the reverse situation that we had in France between these two, where they're on different strategies. But this time, here we go. Actually battling between the top 3. Yeah, I've just gone back to that, and they were all nearly side by side coming into turn 4. Turn 5, sorry, I should say.
Yeah, yeah, so Lewis tried to have a go on Beast, but in doing that he lost time to Dustin. So now Dustin is going to be all over the back of him. So he's going to have to watch out for that.
Yeah, Dustin got a good run as well a bit there, but I think it was too good a run because he had to actually back out to avoid hitting BMG Lewis. And that now means that BMG Lewis can actually look forward again. And I think he'll definitely be enjoying that at the moment. Axka, though, still chasing this top 4, but he's under pressure himself from Label Red Devil and Adam Lee. We've got quite a few trains going on at the moment, and it's going to be hard to keep on track of all this battling because there's a lot of them at the moment. And with DRS being so strong, you can see moves like this between Paul and Drift King Pro. They really do come out of nowhere.
Oh,
and also AMS Joel's overtaking RT as well.
Yeah,
we're going to stick up all with this because Drift King Pro now has the run again coming down into turn 4. And Paul's holding the inside line, but is he going to lose out before the corner? No, he's sticking to the inside of that Alfa Romeo car, but no, he can't quite. He doesn't have the grip to fight on the exit just yet on those medium compound tyres. But Drift King Pro now losing a lot of time to Adam Lee. It was about 2 seconds before, now it's 3. So it won't be enjoying that at all. Fish still 1.7 seconds behind Tom. Forbes back in the session, which is good, and we actually have a battle between Artie and Rampage as well a little bit further back. I'm still skimming. We have a yellow flag. What's that for? Can't see. Oh, is that Adam Lee? Adam Lee. Oh. Adam Lee's got wing damage as well. He's missing his front right end plate.
What's happened to him?
So what has happened to the Ferrari driver?
Oh, you might want to go back to the front.
Not a question you can quite answer, but yeah. Oh, what's going on out there? Oh yes, it's free. Of course, DRS being as powerful as it is. These guys could be going at it for laps and laps.
Yeah. Oh, Dustin, he made it to the front, so something happened between Beast and Lewis there. So they're gonna have to sort out their differences if they want to win this race. Maybe gonna have to work with each other.
For sure, if you're in that DRS train, yeah, definitely. You ought to be a little bit, to say the least.
The Rampage is off there into the grass, and well, that's not a good sight to see. Well, he completely lost the rear. Damage, though. I don't think he has wing damage. But...
No, he's avoided that. But now Forbesy go for. Oh, and that's Scott round. Scott's round as well.
Oh. So this track catching a lot of drivers out, actually.
Yeah. Easy track. If you don't have a stable enough setup and your tyres get hot, you will go round though. That's the thing. And Rampage, there's yellow flags. Oh, Rampage nearly collecting Tom Gorian there. I saw Tom right on the grass having to avoid the slow-moving Mercedes.
Round the outside of turn back out front. But it doesn't have enough
Paul and
traction.
Drifting Pro going at it again. We're looking back out front now because the top 3, BMG Lewis pressuring Beast Riders and Paul and Drifting Pro actually. They're still
yeah, they're still going side by side. And Perez.
Yes, Perez just sneaks through and gets that P7, sorry. Which soon could become P6 actually. But we're going to go back out front now because we're...
yeah, we'll approach lap 7. I think that's what Anton is trying to say. I think he's just having mic problems again. So Beast 4/10 behind. So has the DRS for now, but yeah, it's gonna carry on like this for quite a bit. Axe Curve being staying out of trouble. He's in P4, so good return debut for him. BMG Lewis had a thought of going up the inside of Beast there, but thinks better of it. Stays behind the DRS. So
Fish picks up another 3 second
think
he's not enjoying those hard tyres.
Yeah, I think he's getting frustrated under the collar. Scott in the pit. Yeah. So well, Tom and Fish are now literally.
This is just one to watch. It doesn't matter that it's not even for position for points even. This is just definitely one to watch between these two, the McLaren driver and the Haas driver. 2 compounds, tyres difference, bit of a lock up on the front right for Fish, but Tom now he's going to try to get the cutback and use slipstream and DRS all the way on the straight, coming down into turn 4 to try to get that place back on the McLaren driver. He's going to have to go round the outside and now get the cutback. But Fish actually keeping the inside covered pretty well there. Dongarang picks up a 3 second time penalty. Currently P9.
Yep, and Advanced Fish eventually. Nope. I'm not. Okay, so he doesn't eventually get the traction down. He literally loses it, and wiggles like a fish. But I think he's going to carry on his merry way now. And yeah, so Tom has nothing to answer to that for now. Really
was on the exit of that corner, flopping like a fish. We've got to get one of these in every week. They're getting worse. They're really getting worse. But Espero's got past. Paul's now got back past again. So this scrap did sort of see coming, but Esperez did momentarily make it up into P6. But for now, not able to cover or not able to keep that position. Dongarang, no, losing out to Joels. He's now down in P10. I think Tom and Fish are going at it again with Scott behind him as well. So there's a lovely little three-way scrap at the back here. All three tyres, all three compound of tyres are involved. But we'll go back out front, I think, because you have BMG Lewis and Dustin.
Oh, yep. Dustin up the inside of Lewis. Oh, well, actually, Lewis up the inside of Dustin, that was. And Lewis now having the slipstream heading into turn 4.
He's going to have the inside.
Goes to the outside. No, inside, actually. And around the outside goes Dustin. Can he hold it there? No, Yep, Lewis doing a textbook move and up into P2.
Yep.
Perez and Paul going at it up the inside. Perez goes on Paul and he is up into P6.
Yeah, as Perez finally getting that position, but Paul, of course, will try to have something to say about that again. But yeah, it's not always a move that looks the greatest, but they're always the neatest and sometimes most satisfying to pull off. For BMG Lewis there, and now we can try to chase down Beast Tornadoes, our championship leader. Labour Red Devil's just been overtaken actually. I thought he might have had a bit of an incident there. We have a yellow flag up
Perez looks like he's struggling.
We have a yellow
on the softs. Oh, Joel's going up the inside of Paul, and yep. So it looks like he's done the move on. No, actually, Paul goes out very wide at turn 1, but. Okay, he comes back on track behind the pair of them. Perez now under attack from Joe's. Joe's round the outside before the braking zone. He gets the move done. And Paul sneaking behind Perez. Can't find the avenue through him. So he's going to have to stay behind. So Joe's being very, very opportunistic.
Yeah, we've seen a bit of that this season from himself as well. The McLaren driver, Paul, having a little look down the inside there, but not feeling that move was worth it. And I've got a lovely helicopter cam, so I don't really want to swap at the moment. Just want to enjoy watching some of these cars from what is definitely the best view on the circuit. Really get an idea.
Yeah, indeed.
Of the speed. Ooh, both McLaren drivers struggling with their tyres at the moment. So, ooh, yeah, BMG Lewis pitting. Lap 11, fairly early. End of lap 11, start of lap 12. Relatively early, I think. Potentially lap 14, 15 you can take it to. So. But he's going to kick off, well, he's going for the undercut, that's for sure, on Beast Tornadoes, sorry. So,
Thorpe C under attack from Advanced Visual, squeezing him right to the limit there. And that may be looked at, but we'll see. But Thorpe C right behind. Whoa, goes for it.
Oh, and they're both rounds.
Boys, come on.
And that's wing damage for Fish as well. Not having a good race.
That wasn't on at all. So I don't know what was going on between the two of them. So they're gonna have to sort it out with the stewards.
Yeah, not been the greatest driving that we've been able to witness so far this race. That's saying the least. But finally, Beast Tornadoes pits. So let's see if this undercut is going to work. We're going to hop on board with who was it who pitted early? BMG Lewis, who's not in traffic.
BMG Lewis.
Let's see if this undercut works. Let's see. We're just going to have to wait. BMG Lewis coming through, starting sector 3 at the moment. Penultimate corner just now. So let's see whether he's going to come out on top in this scrap. Let's see if the undercut was successful. So, Beast Tornadoes exiting the pits now. So. I don't think this is going to work.
No, he's not.
No. He's lost time, if anything.
So,
definitely lost time.
Yeah, he did.
He's lost a lot of time as well. That's a lot of time. So I think BMG Lewis potentially having issues on his outlap on those. Well, they will be very, very cold, hard tyres. So. Yeah, that's. I think he's been jumped by Axcov actually. He has. He's been jumped by Axcov. And Adam Lee overtaking RT. Relatively simple move on the straight. DRS and slipstream, easily done. Oh, and that's Scott
up the inside of RT.
Yeah, neat little move there. Fish
yeah, not the first time he's done that.
Soft tyres behind Salzig Dustin. What's happened? Oh, that's Dustin lapping him actually. So the race leader now lapping the McLaren driver. No, he's going to go for the move in turn 1, isn't he? No, not quite. I got a little bit concerned then, but he's definitely got a lot more grip. And is now we have a backmarker racing the leader. We've seen a bit of this before in real life, and it could end one or two ways. And this is the cleaner way that it can end. So yeah, obviously.
Paul and Perez.
It's Perez, yeah, and Paul. This scrap between the two's now turned into a podium battle, so not net podium battle, but for the moment, on track, it is. Dongarang's still there, sort of. He's just 2 seconds back. Is that a lapped car actually? That's Forbesy, I think it is. Or Rampage. I think it's Rampage actually. Just on the back of these two, on the Mercedes. And he's actually got quite old tyres, so he's clearly got some good pace to be sticking up with these guys at the moment. But I mean, they are fresher tyres, but it's still same compound as Dongarang. No, not as Dongarang. It's Paul. Just a couple of laps fresher, so maybe Rampage are looking to make the move on S. Perez. Actually, these two get along relatively well. So it'd be a shame to see a scrap. Oh no, S. Perez does come into the pits. And a 3-second time penalty. A lot of guys have been picking up time penalties coming into the pit lane, and Dustin hits. Right, Dustin.
So where is he going to come out then? Wow, Beast is far ahead now.
Yeah, Beast. He's had some absolutely outstanding pet. How has he pulled off? I'm not sure how he's pulled that off, to be fair.
Dustin under pressure from Max Curve.
Williams driver not able to make the move.
At turn 2. Oh, that was wrong. But yeah, a bit too far now.
Yeah, I think.
And Antif, I'm picking up an echo.
Oh, okay. Not quite sure why. Yeah, I don't know why that would be. I can hear you fine.
Oh.
And I've got you plugged in, and you're not coming out my TV, so I don't know why there'd be an echo. I'll check on stream quick, see if there is an echo. Cause if it's just on your end, so that's going to be obviously not ideal, but a little bit better.
Yeah, at least you can affect the
stream if there's an echo.
Well, anyway, wow, it's gotten much worse now. Well, anyway, wow, it's gotten much worse.
So I think you're echoing.
Let me start
what is going on here? Okay, so I'm fine. You're echoing a lot, or on the stream at least. You're echoing a lot. I can only hear you through the stream, not the party. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. It's okay, no, UK Dark Predator loves the echo, so I don't think we'll be making it a permanent fixture, but I now can't actually hear R8, so I'm gonna mute myself again. Listening to the speaker's trackside, yeah. I can't hear R8 though, so that's a slight issue. I now can't hear him at all, and the stream isn't picking up either. So, right, I'll go solo for a couple of minutes until I can actually hear him again. I don't know if he can even hear me, but presumably he's shouting at his television right now, going, yes, yes, I can hear you. Right, so we'll go back into the thick of it in a moment. We'll see what battles are going on out on track. Just have a little look down the grid. Beast Tornadoes, P3, net race leader, waiting for this top 3 to pit. He's actually coming onto the back of his teammate Dongarang now. And no, not quite making the move into turn 4. Thinking better of it, but he's got a really good run to make it through turn 5. Oh, I can hear you again now. I can hear you again now. I'll turn you up on the stream and see if I can pick you up.
Well, I'm not included audio. Yeah, I still echo.
Yeah, you're echoing a bit. I'm not quite sure why though. Yeah, I literally can't think of why that's happening.
It's okay, carry on.
Yeah, we'll stick with it. People like the echo, it's fine. So AMS Joels was race leader for a couple of laps there. Does come into the pits. And fits the hard tyres. He's actually gone for a very, very conservative strategy there of medium to hard. So that's, I don't think that's quickest. I definitely don't think that's a quick strategy. It is very safe though. So I think if you're just wanting to make sure you pick up some points, that's definitely the way to do it. Dustin and Dongarang, they're going at it. Beast Tornadoes made his way past. And now around the outside, the Renault driver of Salzing Dustin trying to put up a fight there, but Dongerang holding his own fairly well, but they're still side by side and there's contact between the two. And Dongerang is around and Dustin is on the grass as well. And that was relatively chaotic. And now Dongerang, a rather lonely figure driving across the grass at the moment, going out right in front of Label Red Devil. That was at very least dangerous re-entry there. Lucky to not collect the Haas driver. And looking at it, Advanced Fish and Artie, I think they're having a scrap on track at the moment. I think that's the closest, one of those closest scraps. And MS Joel's after pitting onto those hard tyres. Overtakes Dongerang, so he falls down to P8 and is still yet to pit as well. So he's definitely not in for a good second half of this race when he does finally pit. And there's a lovely train of 5 cars forming here, which is definitely something to marvel at.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you again. That's good. But that's S. Perez trying to get the inside line. He can't quite do it. He was feeling for that inside line, but couldn't quite get it. Dongerang outbrakes himself a little bit, braking very late, and then on the exit of the, I think it's turn 3 we're calling it for this race. Immediately pulling over to the right hand side of the track to get the inside line and nearly causing a collision in the process. S. Perez looking for that inside line. He's seeking for it in a massive lock-up from Dongerang. And those tyres are going to be hot after that spin. And they've got a lot of rubbish on them at the moment after going into the grass. Yeah, I can't actually hear you. Dongerang weaving. Why is Dongerang weaving? That's slightly odd, to say the least. Bit of weaving. A bit unexpected, but there you go, really. So this is battle for P8. Actually, Axgov is right on the back of Salzig Dustin here. And Forpsy, the lapped car, just sort of in between Beast, Axgov and Dustin at the moment. Very much a bit of a sandwich going on. And Scott picks up 3-second time penalty. Dongerang loses out to S. Perez, but Axgov's on the inside now and is going to get 2 cars in one corner. But Dustin back on the inside. He broke early. I thought he broke rather early. He was setting himself up for that switchback. And then pushing Axgov a bit there onto the grass as well. And that was not the greatest bit of racing I've ever seen. But Dustin, good defensive drive. Well, I guess poor defence, but ended up being a good attack. Advanced Fish picks up another 3-second time penalty. He's down in P15 after qualifying P2, being spun early on by BMG Lewis, who's now down in P5. So he's really not come out on top from this pit stop, from this round of pit stops. Paul in P5, pitting onto the soft tyres. He's going to come out in a really healthy position. He might only lose like 2 places, which he could easily be getting. Paul might be one to watch for the end of the race here, because those tyres can easily do 15 laps as far as I'm aware. As drivers proved earlier on as well. Dongerang picks up a 3-second time penalty and Paul comes out the pits in P7. Not bad. He'll be very happy with that. Ninjarino. Keeping it a PG stream, guys. Come on. Disgraceful. But Dongerang is in P10. Not really doing too much, apart from causing carnage, to be fair. Still can't hear R8, unfortunately, having issues with his mic, and I am just at this point assuming he can hear me because he seemed to have before. What's a PG? You know what a PG is. It's not what you did, it's absolutely disgusting. Hashtag revoke Ninja's ownership. Oh, hello.
Label.
Is that better? What's going on? Yeah, I've hopped on board with them because they're battling. Dongerang pits. And now the McLaren driver.
Damage, I think.
Rounding. Oh, yeah, damage for Paul. Front left end plate. Oh, that's a real shame. I said he'd be one to watch, and I think Label potentially should have done a little bit more watching as well. Because now Paul has wing damage, missing that front left end plate, and that's really going to affect you at a track like Austria. It's really, really going to affect you. You're on the edge as it is. Oh, I made me cry. How sad. It's alright, you'll probably make me cry when you beat me tonight. In Tier 1, of course, that's on at 9 PM. Feel free to join us for that. Well, hopefully be a little bit less carnage and a little bit more clean racing. It hasn't been the cleanest of races, but it has been relatively enjoyable at least. Oh, yeah, Axcurve, yep. Forgot about him. Nope, not. He thought about going down the inside, but I think that was more of a trying to put Dustin off. And, running wide at the final corner, lost time. But come off worse as a yellow flag. And that is Artie out of the race. What happens there?
Dustin and Beast.
Quite, not this time round. But he's going to try to go around the outside. And I'm trying to get an off-board shot, but it's not. There we go, that's better. And down inside. Well, Beast holding that inside line relatively well. I think there's a little bit of wheel banging going on there, but nothing too major. So I think that's more than viable. But look, Paul, right on the. Well, he's only 7 seconds back actually already. But yeah, with that wing damage, he's past Joel's. I think he's just past Joel's. So with that wing damage, he's still showing those soft tyres having grip and pace. At least. Axcurve. Was that Advanced Fish? That is Advanced Fish now. I'm going to try to overtake Axcurve. Oh my god. It's Advanced Fish on those medium tyres. He's just pitted. A lap down, and he's going to be trying to overtake the top three who are batting for the lead, and that is Beast Tornadoes and Dustin. Dustin taking the lead off of Beast Tornadoes there. He's got the softer compound of tyre, and he's made the most of it so far. And we still have Advanced Fish. Actually, he's the best onboard camera to look at the moment, because you can see the whole top three. So we're getting, he has the best seat in the house, and he can't really come off worse. Beast Tornadoes looking down the inside of Sousing Dustin, not able to reclaim first position. Axcurve though creeping, he's looking for it, and Advanced Fish nearly ruining our camera shot there by binning it. Been an unlucky race for Advanced Fish. He qualified P2, spun by BMG Lewis at the start, and he's going to try to make the move on Axcurve. No, God, thank you. This could really, I can see this ending in tears. For either the McLaren's driver or the Williams driver here. But still out front, Sousing Dustin has taken the race lead on lap 24. We're on lap 25 now, and there's still 12 laps of this race to go. And BMG Lewis, he's looking for a podium position here, so he's still just sort of hanging in there, just within penalty reach of the top three, so hoping to pick up some points, I assume.
I'm gonna leave the party and try to reach
okay.
invite me back.
Okay, cool. So, yep, we're gonna try to sort that out. I don't know if I'm inviting R8 or he's inviting me. I assume I'm inviting R8. We'll just see what happens here. Again, apologies for going off what's going on, but oh god, he's going to make the move. Advanced Fish in the McLaren. Oh, no, not quite. Him and Tom came to blows here and ultimately ruined his race completely when they both had to pit. And they both got damage. We have a yellow flag on track. That's Adam Lee. Something's happened. He's had a bit of a spin there, but it looks a bit really slow on the exit of that corner. Turn 4. Paul picks up 3-second time penalty. Advanced Fish is now right on the back of this top three. And he's showing he had the pace all along, and he's going to potentially make a move on Axcurve coming into turn 3 here. Axcurve taking a defensive line on the back marker. And, yeah, not quite making a move, but Axcurve braking very, very lately. Lighting up the rears does Advanced Fish. And Paul loses out to AMS Joel's. That wing damage really proving too much at the moment. Scott's in the pits. Dropping out of the point-paying positions. He's onto soft tyres, so he's going to have a good run till the end of the race now. A lot of grip and Fish. He's actually potentially getting frustrated following the top three and following Axcurve as well, who just doesn't look like he's quite able to pressure the top two anymore. And maybe his tyres are starting to go off. He has the oldest tyres out of the top three. By 2 laps to... oh, that's a mistake from Beast Tornadoes. I'm going to invite R8 back to the party because he has not sent me one, so I assume that means I've got to invite him. R8, where is he? There he is. Right, invite to a party. Cool. So Advanced Fish dropping off now on Axcove, meaning we can't quite sit on board with the back marker driver. Right, we'll see if this audio is any better. Beast Tornado's looking to make a move, but it didn't quite work. And Axcove having a cheeky look down the inside and not able to get the position for the moment. So let's hop back on board with Axcove with the Williams driver. And a bit of a lock-up from Beast Tornadoes there. And did open up a potential move, but I think Axcove got a little bit too much on the curb there. I wasn't quite able to make the most out of that. Fairly rare mistake from Beast Tornadoes. We've seen him be really consistent. What's going on there?
That's a lot of contact.
Oof. Haven't seen much of that this race, have we? Marshall's have had a busy job collecting a lot of debris. Joels is weaving, he's not happy with that at all. We're going to look back out front again because the top three is separated by 0.6 of a second. And there's a back marker right at the back just to throw in a little bit of spice. Actually, I think if we go back on board with Advanced Fish, we have a really good view of these guys battling and going into turn 3 now. And Beast Tornadoes looking on the inside. And a bit of a lock. Advanced Fish nearly collecting Axcove there because Axcove had to slow down a lot to avoid contact there. And my computer is deliberately trying to annoy me now by making noise. But Beast Tornadoes still looking for a way to reclaim that lead, but he's just not quite been able to do it yet. And Paul and Joel still battling, and I think we'll have a quick look at them again. And Paul's going to cut back to the inside line, and there's a bit more contact. There's a lot of wheel banging between the two. Joel's not happy at all, and these guys, they'll be saying, say after the race, look at that, Paul's just straight up corner cutting there, trying to get the inside line. We're going to go back out front again, because we're entering a really, really good place for overtakes, turn 1, 2 and 3. And actually I'd say turn 4 as well. Really, turn 5 to the end of the lap is definitely not an overtaking, so I think it's fair to say.
Are you riding on board?
I'm looking at Axcove at the moment.
You're riding on board?
Yes. Oh, go off board.
No, he's gone.
Fish was...
Tap from,
yeah, it was from Fish from behind, yeah. Oh, okay, I think we'll go... Ooh, that was a move there between Beast Tornadoes and sounds like Dustin for the race lead. And Dustin, a little bit of contact between the two, but he's got the inside line now. However, and he's got the lead back. He has reclaimed this lead, AMS Joels, and Paul's battling again. Paul's gone round, I think. Yes, Paul has gone round. And that's probably contact, actually, with Joels. There was a lot of deliberate wheel banging going on between the two, so... yes, again, Stuart's going to be busy tonight.
Yep. Because I can hear your audio.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Oh, I've had that issue with other people before, so, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that. If I ride off-board, is that a bit better? Oh, Paul's out, Paul's retired.
I'm not
Paul's
sure
retired.
if that was affecting my carry.
Okay, fair enough. Beast Tornadoes and Dustin going at it again. Dustin going round the outside of turn 3 and a bit forced wide there. I think that would class as a clean move. This is a brilliant battle for lead. The amount of times the lead has changed in this race. Very, very impressive. And oh god, Advanced Fish has got past Axcove. He's overtaken the Williams driver and is now going to be trying to overtake the top two who are battling for the lead. Advanced Fish showing he had pace all this race, all along. Potentially a bit silly, but this could be very race affecting. Axcove now is going to be losing a lot of time as well to this top two. So I think this top 3 battle has become definitely a battle between the top 2 at the moment, because Axcove's lost a lot of time now. He's been overtaken by Advanced Fish, who, as I said, he is proving he had the pace, but I think potentially overtaking the top 3 with about 6 laps left. Well, 5 laps now, wow. These are short laps, they really do fly by. Potentially not the best way to do it. But now, ooh, Beast Tornadoes defending rather lately there. From Salvazzi Dustin, and Dustin gets P1 back again, so that's another tick next to the amount of times that the lead has changed in the course of this race. And oh god, Advanced Fish has a good run now coming into turn 4, and he's looking down the inside. He's gone down the inside. he's overtaken Beast Tornadoes for P2 and picks up 5-second time penalty for ignoring blue flags. He's just trying to get past all these guys, but definitely not the greatest way to do it.
He's
now
pissing off everybody.
Yeah, he's going to try to overtake the leader of South Dustin as well. And actually, he has got some pretty decent pace on those fresh tyres, so I think he can make fairly light work of this if he just holds off for the straight. That's all he's got to do, and then hopefully top 3 can get back to it. Gap between Beast Tornadoes and Axcove has closed in though, and look, Advanced Fish, the back marker in the McLaren, making the move on the race leader, South Dustin, but Dustin remains the race leader at the moment.
Oh,
so go back on board. What's going on at Axcove? And Beast Tornadoes going side by side. I just caught that, and it looked like Axcove was spinning then, so that was nearly very dramatic, but Beast Tornadoes holding that inside line to defend and nearly squeezing Axcove into the grass there.
Perez and Jones.
Ooh. A Renault and a Racing Point driver having a bit of a scrap. Jogs thinking about going around the outside, but nope, not able to get that position back. Still though, back out front. They've all closed in again. Axcove looking to make the move. I think that was just a sort of a lap where Fish is just sort of overtaking them. And yeah, we've got that event over with now, but I think South Dustin actually won't be complaining about that one bit. The guys like Axcove and Beast Tornadoes will be, because now Dustin actually has a bigger lead than he did before. Saying that though, in a braking zone, it's sort of closed in again. So it did save him definitely a lap. It gave him a lap of reprieve at least, but I think now the top 3 scrap is well and truly back on.
Well, Beast has a penalty, Axcove has 3 penalties.
Ooh, wow. And Dustin has no penalties, so Dustin, he's in a really good position now to win this race. If he does manage to not win this race, something very eventful is going to have to happen, but yeah, I think Dustin, given the penalties, has this race fairly well covered at the moment. And I still stand by, why can Codemasters not make it so that there is at least something telling us how many penalties that the guys have that doesn't involve us scrolling through their lap times and checking warnings, because it is rather inconvenient. But Axcove's going to be looking to make the move on Beast Tornadoes, coming down into turn 3 here, because apparently this left-hander's a corner. I'm not quite sure about that. Adam Lee left the session, but Drift King Pro and S. Perez are racing. Drift King Pro makes it past. And BMG Lewis, he's sort of benefited. He needs a couple more laps, though, to even think about fighting for this podium. Actually, how many penalties does BMG Lewis have? Because he might be able to...
1.
Yeah, he's only got 1, so yeah, I think he's going to pick up a podium position here. On Axcove.
Yep.
So he's just got to stick within 3 seconds, and he'll be good for a podium. So he'll be well and truly happy with that. Advanced Fish now well and truly out of the way of the top 3 after overtaking them all and unlapping himself successfully. Managed to avoid contact at least. That's like the only saving grace of what happened. Still a massive inconvenience for the top 3. And Adam Lee's just pitted. Oh no, he hasn't, sorry. He left the session. He's just been overtaken by Advanced Fish as well. And Beast Tornadoes looking down the inside. And there's a bit of contact between the two. And now Axcove's on the inside there. He's sort of just chucked his car on the inside just to get alongside. It's potentially hampered his exit quite a bit as there's a lot of contact. But now he's going to try to make the move. And is Dustin going to drop down to P3? But he's still remarkably going to win this race if he can stick within 3 seconds of Beast Tornadoes out front. So actually Dustin, he's fine with just staying P3 at the moment. And I think I know one thing we're going to be asking these 3 during the podium ceremonies, the slight incident of a McLaren unlapping itself, and certainly the scrap. There's plenty of talking points in this race. And and quite a bit of controversy as well. But we are on the final lap. Beast Tornadoes. Actually, I'm going to stick it onto leader now, because if Dustin loses 8 tenths in the process of this lap, and he's made a mistake on the exit of turn 1, he might lose this win. It's 2.6 seconds. Like, I think he might just about got away with that. It's 2.6 seconds, and that's BMG Lewis, who does have a penalty, battling with Dustin. That is going to be the nail in Dustin's coffin, surely. 2.7 seconds gap to Beast Tornadoes. And BMG Lewis getting past as well. This is going to well and truly ruin Dustin's chances of winning, and he's going to lose time now, being stuck behind. It's 2.7 seconds, 2.8 seconds. He's still just about there, and he's gone down the inside. Good move from Dustin. But it's dangerous to fight back. Yeah, 3.0, 2.9, no, 2. This is going to be remarkably close. 2.9 seconds. Oh, it's 3.03. Oh, what is this going to be as we cross the line? 3.1 seconds. He might have lost out here. 3.0. And he loses out on the race win by half a tenth of a second. Half a tenth of a second. BMG Lewis didn't engage in combat there. That would have been a race win, surely, for Salzig and Dustin. Axkov drops down to P4. And now Drift King Pro takes P5. Joel's dropping down the grid. Labour Red Devil, I'm not quite sure what happened to him in this race, but he is 36 seconds behind the race lead, so he has not had a great race at all. Forpsy getting out the way of Labour Red Devil on the last lap there, and Scott, and Dongarang as well. Scott crosses line and collects Forpsy. And Advanced Fish, oh, it's been an awful race. Awful, awful race for himself. He's been spun. He's had contact with Tom. He's had to make about 3 pit stops and overtaken the top 3 while they were battling under blue flag conditions as well. So it's been an eventful race after qualifying P2, and it's not how he would have wanted it to end. But he's going to cross the line and finish in P11. I think it was. Yeah, P11. So, whew. Well, that was a race. I think this is definitely, I think, the best race we've had this season. We've had some pretty good races. That was very, very good, I've got to say. To lose the win by half a tenth of a second. And the stewards chat is definitely going to be a busy one tonight, so definitely take these results with a grain of salt, because this could all change. But I think the top 3, they kept it relatively clean, and they should be void of penalties, so this will be a podium, I assume. Unless we did genuinely miss some really bad contact somewhere. Rampage got fastest lap of the race, so he picks up a point. Good on Rampage. Where did he P14 in the end? The fastest lap of the race, so 106.7, not bad. But we'll give a rundown off the grid. Beast Tornadoes P1, Salzig Dustin P2, P3 was BMG Lewis, 4th place Axkov Drift King Pro is in P5, S Perez P6, AMS Joel's P7, Dongarang finishes in P8, P9 is Labour Red Devil, Scott finishes P10, P11 is Advanced Fish, very controversial race, Tom Gorian finishes in P12, 30th place Adam Lee, then Rampage 14th. Forpsy, 2 laps down in 15th, then Paul, Artie, DNFs. Yes, so I've completely forgotten about the national anthem, so are we going to bother with that, or are we going to stick it up now? Right, I need to find the chat. We didn't put it in. Oh, I forgot about this feature completely. Let me find the YouTube channel. So I'm looking for Belgian, aren't I? Cool. I know my flags. I've just got to find the YouTube link. Oh, this is... Okay, there we go, found it. So, I'll quickly look for Belgium. There it is. So, the Belgium national anthem. In honour of Beast Tornadoes winning the race. And there we have it. So, how many of the top 3 is in the party at the moment? Is that... oh, it's all of them.
All 3
so,
of us.
all of you, make sure you include your audio, and we'll be good to go. We'll start with P3, which in the end was BMG Lewis. So, I suppose should be happy with P3, getting it on penalties in the end.
Yeah. I just like I don't know. I'm just very surprised, to be honest. I didn't even know he had penalties in the first place.
Yeah. So you're sort of
And,
you're fighting at the end, thinking you're going for the podium there, and then to not win it and then finish third must be a brilliant surprise.
I know, it was like I crossed the line and finished P3, and I'm just like very surprised. Except that's a good
I'll be honest,
traction.
controversy from your race was probably turn 1 on lap 1, turn 1 between you and Advanced Fish. What happened there? Alice, we've actually lost his audio. I've lost everyone's audio. Ace. Is everyone still there? Hello? 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 I'm talking to myself. Hello? No? Yes? Maybe? Not quite sure what's gone on there. Okay. Yeah. That's less than ideal.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, there we go. Okay, right. I know. It was working on stream fine. It just went silent in the party for a minute. Okay. Did you hear the question, or am I repeating it?
No.
You need
Okay.
to repeat it.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, main controversy from your race, I'd say probably turn 1, lap 1 with Advanced Fish. What happened there?
Right, so I'm just going to turn 1, he gets a bad start. I go to the outside, and he just dives up my inside, spins me out. And like, I don't understand, it's a 36 lap race. You don't need to go for overtakes in the first lap.
Yeah, no, of course, fair enough.
I still fear that I'm going to get a penalty and get demoted.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And I don't know what he'll think of it, obviously, because he's obviously didn't finish on the podium in the end after contact and elsewhere in the race. But yeah, I think overall, a bit of a shambles this podium interview, but we're going to stick with it. And yeah, well done for P3, of course. Lovely surprise, and for yourself, and some good points in the championship as well. It's going to keep you up there for at least another race.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll move on to Dustin, and that is absolutely devastating. Just when you cross the line, obviously you don't know the gap to first, and it's to be so close as well. Does that make it worse or better? Ah, yeah, I didn't know that.
Love you, man.
Yeah. So, I guess this is more of a question for the... Yes, of course, actually, yeah, podium anniversary. That's not the worst present you're going to get, I'd assume. BMG Lewis, of course.
Oh, I mean, I got a bike today, so,
Yeah. Yes, I suppose. I think this one's better.
and I'm not complaining about
Happy
first place,
birthday to you.
Oh, we doing this?
Fantastic.
Happy birthday to. Oh.
No, I was gonna let you go with that. I was gonna let you go. Right. So yeah, okay, yeah, of course. There's been worse surprises, but yeah, I think question more to the top 3. What did you make of a certain McLaren driver in those last 5 laps?
I'm going to find house, and like, I'm not gay,
No,
but I'm
no,
gonna kiss him. Fucking, frickin', love him.
No.
no, not him.
Sorry.
PG
I
stream. Go
don't
on.
know. He's just. I don't know what he was doing really. Like, me and Dustin were battling for the lead, and all of a sudden he just decides to pull a move on me and on my inside, so I had to back off. I was lucky that he didn't pass Dustin immediately because I could. Because I gained off his DRS, but he definitely lost both of us time there because he was fighting for absolutely no reason because there was no one close ahead of him or behind him. So I don't know what he was doing, but I'm not content with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, it did sort of save you a lap maybe or two in defence, but yeah. Obviously, it's still a bit painful. Beast Raiders. Obviously, you took the lead. Only a couple laps left. Did you really think you were gonna be able to pull out that 3-second gap?
Well, I was like, I don't know when I should like go full gas to overtake Dustin because I wasn't high on ERS and on fuel, so I had to manage that as well. And then lap 35, I said, stuff it, I'm just going for it. And I was really lucky that Axel just fought with him, and then that Lewis fought with Dustin, so I could get the gap. Honestly, I didn't think it was possible, but right after I overtook Dustin and I saw the first like sector, I saw he was like 2 seconds behind already, and there was a full lap to go. Just so I just went for it and just got it. So I'm really happy.
Yeah. No, of course, really well done. Drove a really good race, and yeah, well, I'm going to need a bit of a cool down from that before I hit the track in Tier 1 tonight, which of course is in just about half hour, well, just about 40 minutes from now. So, all of you guys watching, be sure to tune in for that. I'm sure some Tier 1 guys watching this as well, in which case, please don't pump me. And I've been... yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, obviously. Yeah. I've had my front wing broken in mud races. There's absolutely no chance I'm surviving this. With obviously it's been R8 and me, Bradley, commentator and Beacon, whatever, commentating for you guys today. So if R8 you want to say goodbye or anything, any closing remarks?
Audio fix, so I'll be happy. But yeah.
I think the
Wait,
echo works
can I
quite
say
well.
can I say something for Aaron?
Sure. As long as it's PG
Aaron,
stream.
Paris is a fraud.
Oh, we'll love that.
Can I also say something?
Yes, you can if you want to.
Fish, do you do PayPal? Because I can donate you £5. I'll give you £5 to do that again in the next race.
Ah.
I mean, what? No, you didn't hear that.
No chance. Okay, I'll pass that message on to him. Okay, I'll give that one to him.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So guys, I'm gonna, as you can see from the stream, I'm starting a bit of Tier 1 practice now. So see you guys all next week for round 9. No, round 10 it will be. What track is next? Britain, isn't it? It's Britain. Ooh, I like that one.
Oh, God.
And the home of motorsport, we're calling it, because it just is. So thanks for next week and goodbye. Of course, tune in for Tier 1 though. Don't forget to do that. Right, there we go.